The Sleepy Fox and the Moonlight Path. Once upon a twilight time, in a forest that shimmered between dream and day, there lived a little fox named Finn. Finn had soft russet fur, a silvery tail tip, and the brightest, most curious eyes in all the woodlands. Every evening, as the sun dipped behind the hills and painted the skies with brushstrokes of lavender and rose, Finn would wander just a little farther than he did the night before. "Stay close, little one," his mother would whisper gently, her voice as smooth as the lull of wind through leaves. Twilight is a magical time, but also a time for dreams, not for wanderings. Finn would nod, his ears twitching with attention. But every night, his paws would tingle with adventure, and his heart would tug him just beyond the familiar path. This night, the twilight was especially soft, like velvet pressed gently to the skin. The stars were waking one by one, twinkling like drowsy eyes in the sky. The breeze was cool and sweet, carrying the scent of moss and moonflowers. And so, Finn padded farther than ever before, following the curious trail of a glowing firefly. The firefly danced ahead, slow and bright, and Finn followed silently through the bramble and fern. The trees above began to stretch taller, their branches like long fingers, drawing shadows on the forest floor. The deeper Finn went, the quieter the world became, until even the crickets hushed their lullabies. Then came the whispers. They weren't scary whispers. They were soft, almost like a song. They curled through the air, warm and comforting. Little fox, where do you go? Follow the light, let the moonlight show." Finn paused, he looked around. The firefly was gone, and the woods looked unfamiliar. The trees no longer wore the faces he knew. The moss was too thick, the air too still. "I think I'm lost," Finn murmured, his voice barely louder than a falling leaf. And then, as if answering his worry, a beam of moonlight broke through the canopy above, bright, glowing silver, and shone down on a little path hidden by roots and leaves. The whispers returned. "Don't be afraid, don't be shy, the moonlight path will guide you by." Finn blinked slowly, feeling a yawn rise in his chest. But it wasn't a sleepy yawn, it was a calm, trusting yawn, the kind that says, "You're safe. It's okay now." With small steps, Finn stepped onto the moonlight path. It shimmered beneath his paws, not like stone or dirt, but like stardust laid upon the earth. As he walked, the path gently brightened with each step, like the moonbeam was pleased he had found it. And then came a soft glow beside him. It was the firefly, but now it was larger, more radiant. As Finn watched, the firefly sparkled once, twice, and transformed into a delicate creature with gossamer wings and a light-filled smile. "I'm Lumi," she said, her voice like wind chimes in a gentle breeze. "I guide the moonlight path." "You've wandered far, little fox." Finn dipped his head shyly. "I didn't mean to. I was just curious." Lumi giggled softly. "Curiosity is a lovely thing. It teaches us wonders. But sometimes it takes us further than we're ready to go alone." She floated beside him, her glow lighting the path. "Come now, let me show you the way home." As they walked, soft music began to hum through the air. It wasn't coming from anywhere in particular. It was the sound of the forest, sighing into sleep. Finn's ears twitched at the sound of wings. A snowy owl glided down from the treetops, his feathers as soft as dreams, and his eyes full of knowing. "Ooh, what do we have here?" the owl cooed. "A young fox on the moonbeam's path. This is Finn," Lumi introduced. "He followed the twilight too far." The owl blinked slowly, as if thinking deeply. "Ah, but perhaps just far enough. You see, every traveler must walk the moonlight once in their life." "Why?" Finn asked, tilting his head. "To remember the way home, even when they cannot see it," the owl replied. Finn didn't understand entirely, but his heart felt warmer hearing it. The owl flew ahead, his wings whispering secrets to the stars. The path led to a meadow bathed in silver light. Flowers glowed softly, moon daisies, starlight poppies, and whispering grass that sang when the breeze passed through. Lumi led Finn to the center, where a stone circle pulsed with a gentle rhythm, like the beating of the earth's heart. "Here," she said, "we rest." Finn curled into the soft grass, letting his body sink gently, his eyelids fluttering. "But I have to get home," he murmured. You will, Lumi assured. But home is closer than you think when you rest in trust. The flowers around him began to hum a lullaby. Sleepy fox, dreamy eyes, wrapped in night and starlit skies. The moon will watch, the breeze will sing, and safe you'll be till morning brings. Finn's eyes closed, the stars above twinkled brighter, and the moon herself smiled gently through the clouds. Finn dreamed of rivers made of moonlight, where boats shaped like leaves floated endlessly. Lumi was there, so was the owl, and even the trees danced on the shore. When he awoke, the path continued, winding gently through a grove of silver birch trees. Their bark shimmered like snow, and their leaves whispered lullabies in the wind. As they walked, Lumi asked, "Do you know what your heart is telling you, little fox?" Finn thought for a moment. He did feel something, like a soft voice deep inside, guiding him. "It says, I'm not really alone." "Exactly," said Lumi with a smile. "The moonlight path doesn't just lead you home. It helps you hear the home inside yourself." Soon, small creatures began to appear, lantern-bearing mice, glowbug beetles, and hedgehogs wearing tiny hats of moss. They nodded at Finn, cheering him gently with songs like, "Brave little paws, wandering soul, even when lost, you're already whole." They lit the way, their lanterns casting shapes on the trees that looked like dreams and memories. One lantern showed Finn nestled beside his siblings. Another showed his mother watching the stars. Another, even stranger, showed him as a grown fox, guiding others down a moonlit trail. "What are those?" Finn asked softly. "Glimpses of your story," Lumi whispered. "The past, the now, the maybe, all part of you." Finally, the trees began to look familiar again. The moss smelled like home, and Finn could hear the gentle rush of the creek near his den. The moonlight path dimmed, its job nearly done. Lumi hovered near him. "You found your way, little fox. Not because the path was there, but because you listened." Finn looked back once. The meadow, the owl, the lantern creatures all fading into stardust. "I'll remember," he promised. When Finn returned to the den, his mother was waiting, her eyes soft with worry and love. "You followed the twilight again," she said gently. "I did," he nodded. "But the moon helped me find my way." She nuzzled him close, warmth wrapping around him like a blanket. "Next time," she said, "we'll walk it together." Finn curled beside her, his body warm, his heart full, his dreams waiting just beyond his closed eyes. High above the forest, the moon kept watch, her light softly flowing through branches and dreams alike. And if you listened very carefully, you could still hear the lullabies of the forest, whispering, "Sleep now, wanderer. Dusk is done. The stars have sung. The path is won. With heart as compass, dreams in tow, you'll always find the way to go." And so, beneath the whispering trees and the lull of leaves, the sleepy fox dreamed.